Hi, everybody. Josh Horn of Build a Valuable Business and Horn Valuation. I'm excited to bring this to you today because this can have a powerful impact on your business and only take you a few minutes of work. If you have an accounting system, I hope you do. If not, get in touch with me about that as well, and I'll help you through it. If you have an accounting system, computing this metric and taking a look at it can tell you three powerful things about your business in just a little bit of time. Computing the metric takes seconds. And the metric is quite simply gross margin percentage. What is that, Josh? It is simply your sales less your direct costs of delivering those sales. Gives you a gross margin dollar figure, and then you take that dollar figure and divide it back into the sales. It gives you a percentage. I'm going to give this to you in an Excel template. You can play with it, do whatever you want with it, okay? That's my gift to you. I hope it helps you. If you don't understand it, get in touch with me, all right? What I have found is that across all industries, generally speaking, if you compute this correctly and get the right direct costs in the bucket, in the direct cost bucket, I found that once you dip down into the teens, say below 20%, you're in real trouble. All right? It's fixable. The key is to recognize it as early as possible so you can start making decisions across the board. Now, generally speaking, a manufacturing or distribution type business is going to have higher direct costs. Makes sense, right? Cost of product, cost of warehouse, cost of delivery, so on and so forth. However, one mistake I think a lot of businesses make, service businesses, is that they have direct costs too. And sometimes I think they short these accidentally, or just because they haven't been shown a different way. I'll give you an example. A website business. They may have people plugged in 100% into production of the website, non-owners. I would say that that direct labor cost should be included in this. Same way with, say, a dental practice and the hygienist. Same way with an accounting practice and the production employees. Now, a manufacturing or distribution business, it's fairly obvious what you're going to include. It's going to be the cost of the product. And I would say, in my opinion, the cost of the warehouse people that are directly plugged into this as well. Now, that's sometimes not done, but I think that's actually the more accurate way to do it. So when you get everything that's direct cost related into the bucket, what's that going to tell you? I believe it's going to tell you one of three or all three things in your business. And they're extremely powerful. The first thing it may tell you is that your costs, your direct costs, are simply too high. The second thing it may tell you is that your prices are too low. Very important. Pricing is a very strategic and important decision that a lot of businesses just gloss over. There's a lot of science that goes into pricing and all kinds of things are beyond the scope of this video, but I encourage you to take a strong look at your pricing. And the third thing it may tell you, and I want to stress that I would go down in this order list. The third thing it may tell you is you may simply have too many bodies for the sales you're generating. Solutions, all right? That's what we're about here, solutions. How do you solve these problems? The first one, as far as costs, may be that you're simply not negotiating as well as maybe you should with your vendors, suppliers. Are you getting a good deal if you're selling product? Now, if you're selling labor, it's a little bit more tricky. Sometimes that's just what the market charges for direct labor. Let's start with the product part of this first. Do some research within your industry. Are you getting the best deal on direct product? Do you know? Do you know what the gross margin percentages are in your industry? Do you have any basis for comparison? This is extremely important. And hopefully you have a CPA that's helping you. If not, get in touch with me, please. And I'll get you the data you need for your industry. Now, your prices could be too low. What's the solution to this? Most of the time, I have found that this issue revolves around poor sales, poor marketing, and or poor positioning in the market. You're viewed as a commodity in the market, and you're basing your pricing based on what your competition is doing solely. That's not a place I want you to be in. I want you to be the premium and or niche provider in your service area. You cannot, I stress, over the long term, sustain a position where you are competing solely on price as a private company. You can't do it. All kinds of experts a lot smarter than me say that. And we're even seeing evidence now that even the big boys and girls of the world, the big companies, Walmart, they're having trouble with doing that too. So it's not a place I want you to be in. Simply very difficult for you to deliver the constant efficiencies and technological and production improvements necessary to sustain that continually over time. It's a losing game. Now, what about the last one? Do you simply have too many heads, too many bodies, if you will, for what the sales you're delivering are? And I put that one at the end intentionally because I think it's important that you don't take a look at that until you know for sure that you've attacked the other two issues. And again, do you have industry data on the number of people in production for the sales you have and how they line up? Do you know what those numbers should be? A lot of industries have revenues per employee or profit per employee data. If you don't have that, again, get in touch with me and I'll help you with that. Do this. Spend 5 minutes calculating this today and then think about answering the 3 questions if you're dipping below the percentages that you want to hit. I really want to see you in the 25 to 30% range. You dip into the teens, I'm worried. All right, I'm a little worried. It's fixable, but you got to keep your eye on it. This is Josh Horn, CPA, Build a Valuable Business, and Horn Valuation, where we drive value and value businesses here. And this is our sole focus on letting you work on your business and not just in your business so you can have something to sell someday and maybe you can take a vacation. It's about driving cash with fewer hours. This tool takes just a few minutes. The decisions take longer, but running this just takes a few minutes. Have a great day. Bye-bye. It's been great talking to you.